On the vast grasslands of Kruger National Park in South Africa, the morning sun spread evenly over the mist, casting a magical, peaceful glow. Lewandile, a young conservation officer, began his daily patrol through sparse trees and lush bushes, his heart brimming with passion and love for nature. Since childhood, he had dreamed of protecting the wild, and Kruger was where that dream came to life. Before each patrol, he meticulously checked his off-road vehicle, ensuring it carried enough water, medicine, and medical equipment for emergencies. Along the way, he paused to study footprints, listen to bird calls, and feel the Earth's pulse, learning the secrets of the park's creatures. One quiet morning, a small blood stain on the dry grass sparked a sense of dread. Stopping his vehicle, Lewandile tiptoed along the blood-soaked weeds, anxious about what injured animal needed aid. Soon, he found a majestic male lion lying motionless, its golden fur matted with dried blood and ensnared in sharp barbed wire. His heart pounded at the sight. Approaching cautiously with his medical kit, Lewandile stayed calm to avoid startling the lion. The weakened animal growled softly, lifting its head with lost eyes before collapsing in exhaustion, the wire cutting deep into its shoulders and back. Assessing the bloody wounds, Lewandile knew skilled intervention was needed. Kneeling, he pulled pliers from his bag, took a deep breath, and began cutting the wire, speaking soothingly to keep the lion calm. Sweat dripped onto the grass, but he pressed on, driven by the lion's life hanging in the balance. The tense minutes dragged, the sound of snapping metal mingling with the lion's pained groans. When the last wire fell, Lewandile swiftly applied antiseptic and bandages to curb infection. Freed, the lion breathed heavily, trembling, yet its eyes gleamed with relief and gratitude. Lewandile whispered softly, naming it Jabari, meaning brave in the local language, to mark the moment. Stepping back, he watched as Jabari slowly rose, staggered a few steps, and gazed at him as if memorizing his savior's face. Under the morning light, Jabari vanished into the tall grass, leaving behind shredded wire and bloodstains. The encounter deepened Lewandile's resolve to protect the wild. Weeks later, as he patrolled the grasslands, he spotted a familiar figure, Jabari. Partially recovered, watching calmly from the bushes, trailing him without threat, as if acknowledging their bond. From then on, Jabari shadowed Lewandile's patrols, a silent guardian keeping a respectful distance. Colleagues noticed the lion following his vehicle along dirt roads. Initially alarmed but reassured by Lewandile's calm explanation, Jabari was a friend, not a foe. Time proved him right. Jabari never attacked, pausing when Lewandile stopped to inspect tracks and resuming when he drove on. Their extraordinary friendship spread through the park, captivating visitors who saw it as nature's gratitude for Lewandile's kindness. Dubbed Lewandile's wild guard, Jabari became a symbol of their magical connection. One sunset, Lewandile saw Jabari atop a rock, watching as if ensuring his safe return. A sacred exchange of trust before the lion melted back into the wild. During a harsh dry season, a herd of enraged elephants rampaged through the park's western region. Toppling trees and infrastructure, driven wild by heat, scarce water, and hunger. Ordered to evacuate nearby tourists, Lewandile worked swiftly but became separated from his team, trapped on a low mound amid reeds and broken stumps. The elephant's thundering steps shook the ground, closing in as fear gripped him. Suddenly, a deafening roar halted them. Jabari, charging like an arrow, his regal presence commanding attention. Baring his fangs, he roared relentlessly, drawing the elephant's focus despite the risk of their tusks and bulk. Lewandile, awestruck, seized the moment to scramble to a high cliff, away from danger. Jabari maneuvered deftly, dodging trunks and roaring to assert his territory, buying Lewandile time. The elephants, wearied and wary of the fearless lion, eventually retreated. Exhausted, Jabari collapsed, panting. Lewandile rushed to his side, placing a trembling hand on his mane, whispering gratitude for the lion's sacrifice. Though bruised and fatigued, Jabari was unharmed. Lewandale drove him to the park's veterinary station, his heart swelling with appreciation. News of the lion's heroism stunned the reserve, with staff marveling at Jabari's loyalty. The park's management hailed the event as historic, celebrating the rare human-animal bond. Jabari recovered over days, his gaze locking onto Lewandale with unwavering trust. The tale of the conservationist and the guardian lion spread, inspiring tourists who flocked to glimpse this cross-species friendship, capturing rare photos of their bond. Once healed, Jabari returned to his territory, but never strayed far, shadowing Lewandale's patrols like a silent protector. By campfires, staff shared the saga of Lewandale and Jabari, a near-mythical tale of courage and loyalty. Each dawn, Lewandale set out, knowing Jabari watched from somewhere. Their shared trials, barbed wire and elephant charge binding them. The lion's scarred shoulders, remnants of that first rescue, symbolized resilience and gratitude, tying their fates across seasons of rain and sun. On patrols, Lewandale felt Jabari's presence, a quiet guardian in the grasslands. Their story, etched in antelope trails and lion tracks, resonated beyond Kruger, a beacon of kindness bridging species. At sunset, Lewandale often glanced toward the horizon, hoping to spot Jabari's silhouette, a ritual farewell. One evening, he saw Jabari atop a rock, watching until he left, then returning to his pride. Their bond inspired generations of conservationists, proving wild instincts could harmonize with compassion. Lewandale never forgot touching Jabari's mane, fear giving way to trust, a moment that sparked an unbreakable alliance. On Kruger's gravel roads, Jabari's golden eyes followed him, a silent vow of protection. This tale of Lewandale and Jabari, a testament to courage, loyalty, and the power of a single act of kindness, spread far, touching hearts with its proof that love can transcend boundaries in the wild. It inspired countless others to cherish nature's miracles, where a conservationist and a lion became soulmates against all odds. Lewandale carried their journey forward, his heart open to the grassland's lessons. Knowing Jabari's roar echoed their sacred bond. Amid Kruger's vast beauty, their friendship stood as a reminder that compassion can forge connections that endure, warming travelers' hearts and affirming the magic of harmony between humanity and the wild.